spending the day in St. Pete Beach, one of Pinellas County's most recognized beach cities. Just for a little background, Pinellas County is part of Tampa Bay and consists of 24 cities. I'm on a mission to give you an inside scoop on each Pinellas County city. Whether you're looking for a place to visit or a place to live, I want you to know exactly what you're in for. Today, we are going to get a real feel for the culture that gives St. Pete Beach its unique vibes, get clued into the real estate, and see what it's like to live here. But that's not all. We will check out the most iconic landmark in St. Pete Beach, get an exclusive interview with St. Pete Beach Mayor Scott Tate, and wrap things up with a beautiful dinner at the St. Petersburg Yacht Club on Pass-a-Grille Beach. I'm so excited to give you this exclusive tour of St. Pete Beach, but first, coffee. I'm starting my day at Paradise Sweets, which is the most charming family-owned ice cream and coffee shop, just steps away from the beach and the perfect place to power up for a sunny beach day. St. Pete Beach real estate is geared towards true beach lovers, and if you're in the market for the quintessential beach life, definitely take a closer look here. The market features a great variety of beachfront condos, gulffront estates, intercoastal homes with boating access, and charming historic houses. I'm a complete sucker for homes that are unique, customized, personalized, and non-cookie cutter. And walking through these neighborhoods, you will see so many of those, and let me tell you, they are a sight for sore eyes. St. Pete Beach has hidden access points along the beach. You can find them in between homes, hotels, and condos. I'm sure the locals don't necessarily want you to know about their hidden neighborhood access point, but they are public, and I'm using this one to slip out onto the beach right now. I don't have my car here, so it's convenient, but if you're driving, there are 3 main public beach areas with parking and restrooms. Upham Beach Park on the north end, the main beach at 4700 Gulf Boulevard, and Pass-a-Grille Beach on the south end. Currently, the median price runs around $605,000. This price doesn't include the higher-end properties that are set on prime beachfront and some parts of Pass-a-Grille. Those homes do tend to tip the scale with price tags that can run well into the millions. In fact, the most expensive home sold in the area is a stunning beachfront estate on Pass-a-Grille. It sold for $11.4 million in 2024. If you haven't stepped foot on this stuff, the sand on St. Pete Beach is amazing to walk on. If you cross to the Atlantic coast of Florida, like Miami or Hollandale Beach, the beaches are beautiful, but completely unwalkable. Their sand is dark and gets steaming hot in the sun, so you can literally burn your feet there. To make matters worse, their sand doesn't hold you. It's deep and has a loose texture, so every step, your foot sinks in, making it really difficult to walk on. This beach, paradise. The sand is light colored, which reflects the sun, allowing it to stay much cooler. And it has a fine, firm texture, so you're not prone to sinking in and twisting an ankle with every step. My favorite beach walk is starting literally from anywhere and walking towards the Don CeSar. It's always such a delight to see the grand pink palace appear on the horizon and serves as a beautiful destination point. It's iconic. In fact, the Don CeSar is the most iconic symbol in St. Pete Beach. This grand historic resort hotel is also referred to as the Pink Palace. It is the second of the 3 classic Gilded Age resort hotels in Pinellas County. The other 2 are Bellevue Inn, located in Bel Air, and the Vinoy, located in downtown St. Petersburg. But I do have to say that the Don CeSar has historically appeared on the most amount of postcards. In fact, the Don CeSar is responsible for putting St. Pete Beach on the New York social season roster during the Gilded Age. The resort literally became the symbol of luxury. It was the place to be seen during high season. And honestly, today, not much has changed. The Don Club, which is the private membership club here, knows how to throw a party, and it's still not amiss to be seen at one. The Don Club is an exclusive members-only club here at the resort, offering a variety of perks, including year-round access to select areas of the resort. They have like a private membership area, but also the fitness center, the pool, Spa Oceana, and they also put together ongoing social events, which is a great way to meet locals if you're new to the area. And it's also a great way to just spice up your social life if you have already been living here for some time. I'm not going to go in depth on the membership fees, and all the additional benefits. But if you are interested in learning more, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a separate video, maybe even get a chat with the membership director. Overall, the Pink Palace was built in the Mediterranean style and opened in 1928. It has been beaten up quite a bit over the years and has undergone some major renovations, but the most recent renovation happened after Hurricanes Helene and Milton swept through and savaged Pinellas County. Thankfully, this grand resort withstood another tempest and continues to welcome guests in all of her splendor. As you can see in that busy pool area, the resort offers 277 guest rooms and suites. And if you're traveling, like from another part of Florida or from Georgia, they do have a locals welcome special.
I was swinging along, minding my business, when suddenly out of the blue,
and my husband said that he will give us a quick ride to our next destination. So let's go see if we can find him. Taking a short drive to the Pass-a-Grille Club of the St. Petersburg Yacht Club. It's about a mile from the Don CeSar and is the waterfront extension of the downtown St. Petersburg Yacht Club. It's another St. Pete Beach staple that has been here for almost 100 years. While the main yacht club was founded in 1909, the Pass-a-Grille location was established in 1934 by a group of local boaters who wanted a clubhouse right on their island. Today, the club blends nearly a century of maritime tradition with a classic St. Pete Beach vibe that has emerged from decades of life around sailboats, sunsets, and a social life largely built on crashing with other members of the club after a long day of boating. It's a wonderful reminder that Pass-a-Grille has always been a place where life revolves around the water. If you are a member of another yacht club that belongs to the Florida Council of Yacht Clubs, you can get reciprocal access while visiting St. Pete Beach. It's definitely a great way to meet locals, hear some tales around the dock, and get a real taste of the lifestyle here. You aren't required to own a boat to join a yacht club, but the marina here is a major draw for boat owners. You can reserve a boat slip and boat over to the club to socialize, grab lunch, dip into the pool, or cool off with a crisp cocktail. Or, even better, a whisper. Don't ask, just order one if you find yourself here. The marina sits on the Little McPherson Bayou, and very conveniently, the beach is just across the street, so you can easily walk over to get a glimpse of the sunset. Being sandwiched between the beach on the west and Boca Ciega Bay on the east is the most unique geographical feature of St. Pete Beach. Although you can't boat up to the beach, the bay is lined with dock and dine restaurants, boat slips, and a high and dry at Pass-a-Grille Marina. Boats are definitely part of the scenery here, giving St. Pete Beach that coastal vibe that is only achieved when old sailboats sway alongside wooden docks and yachts race along the horizon. Whether you are on a boat or simply admiring one from the distance, the boats here give St. Pete Beach that extra bit of coastal charm that makes it so unique and truly unforgettable. I have to mention that it's not St. Petersburg Beach, it's actually St. Pete Beach. That is the official name, and the residents will literally correct you if you add the Berg to the St. Pete. St. Pete Beach is definitely a tourist hotspot, but it's not all about tourism here. There are nearly 9,000 people that call this place their home. And the residents here love their beach, they love their city, and they fight so hard to protect it. Leading the fight is St. Pete Beach Mayor Scott Tate. We'll actually get to talk to him and find out a little bit more about the city and hopefully get a little scuttlebutt from around town. But we'll see. I have this amazing privilege of being joined by Mayor Scott Tate. He is the mayor of St. Pete Beach. He was elected into office this March 2026. And I am so excited to have this chat with him so we can learn a little bit more about St. Pete Beach and what it has to offer.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. Another good day on St. Pete Beach.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
We could not have asked for better weather.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what drew you here in the first place?
Yeah, thank you. So, my dad retired at MacDill back in the 70s. So, I've kind of grown up in Brandon area, which is where my dad and mom still live currently. My family was raised in Brandon area. And when we went to the beach, St. Pete Beach was my favorite beach to go to. I've also played in musically up and down the beach for the last 20 years and have seen every community within 100 miles of this area. And seen what I like and don't like about each of those communities. So when my wife and I's youngest daughter finished high school, when we became empty nesters, we realized we could move anywhere that we wanted to, and we chose St. Pete Beach. It's where we wanted to spend the rest of our lives. So we moved here about 5 years ago, and have met some wonderful neighbors. Fell in love with the community, and again, we'll spend the rest of our lives here. So.
That's how I feel about Pinellas County. I don't ever want to move anywhere else again. Do you still play?
I do. I'm sorry.
Perform?
Please.
No,
yes.
please, yeah.
I do. We play about 20 times a year, and we just play up and down the beach mostly, and frankly, lately a lot in St. Pete Beach. We kind of found 5 or 6 places in the area between here and Gulfport that we bring a good enough crowd that they want us back. And we enjoy it. It's never been anything for money making. It's more just about enjoying camaraderie with 3 other gentlemen that I've been playing with for about 20 years.
Oh, that's so exciting. So if somebody wanted to go see you, where would they go? You
can find us on Facebook. The band's name is the Horny Toads. I did not name the band, but we have been playing up and down the beach for about 20 years. And come see us. We're on Facebook. You can find our venues where we play at and come support us.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
Chris and I will definitely have to come check you out one of these days.
Yeah.
Pinellas County has 24 cities, and 11 of those cities are beach cities. What would you say makes St. Pete Beach special or different or unique against the others?
Yeah, so thank you. Good question. For me, again, as I thought about where Lynette, my wife, and I wanted to move, one of the things we talked about was the different characters of each city. So as you go up and down the beaches, you get a different feel with each town that you're in. I think what drew us to St. Pete Beach is we've got a vibrant mix of both residential neighborhoods, which was important to us because we, wanted to have a yard and a home that we could call our own. But we've also got this amazing rich history. We've got the Pass-a-Grille history. We've got historical things like the Don CeSar. We've got these beautiful beaches, and we've got an amazing array of food, shopping, entertainment options that frankly you can't find anywhere else. So it's just a great mix of these things that really make St. Pete Beach special. All of these beaches are beautiful, but for me, St. Pete Beach is the special one because it's just got a great mix of everything that you need to not only live your life on a day-to-day basis, but enjoy it in the evenings, movie theaters, things like that. Just a great mix.
And the Don CeSar, it's just the cherry on top. I love it.
Absolutely.
We do go there.
Yes.
Occasionally.
Beautiful spot. Historic as well, right? So.
Yeah.
And you think about Corey Avenue, and been around for hundreds of years as the hub, if you will, of the northern parts of our island. And they've got so many great shops and restaurants and dining opportunities.
Is Corey Avenue considered like a business? Is that the main business hub?
That's the primary business hub of St. Pete Beach. We call it our downtown, if you will. And then you've got neighborhoods and resorts and hotels and other things around it. And then you get down towards the quieter side of Pass-a-Grille, and it's got its own shopping district, and it's a wonderful 8th Avenue, 9th Avenue, where there's some good shopping in that area as well, and good restaurants. So we've got kind of 2 beautiful little shopping districts in the historic district. When people think of downtown St. Pete Beach, I think mostly they think of the Corey area.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. And what about events? So, are there any annual events that people from outside of St. Pete Beach can come to get a feel for the culture?
Yeah, it's a great city year-round. Going through the calendar in my head, we usually have something in February. We do, for example, a Mardi Gras celebration on Corey Avenue. Usually in the springtime, the city has, at Haran Park, we have a series of concerts, so we'll bring in local bands. I've played there a few times.
Yeah.
I have played there a few times.
Cool.
I'll be playing there. As a matter of fact, in October, we have a spring and a fall concert series, and my band will be playing there in October. But we bring in local bands and invite the public to come enjoy, the beautiful weather of St. Pete Beach. I got there through the spring. We usually have a spring festival around Easter. that we have a lot of events there. And then as you get later in, we're going to have a huge 4th of July event. I've already mentioned our spring concerts, or our fall concert series. But then you get into the fall and the winter, and we've got, there's usually a lighted boat parade as we get closer to Christmas time. You've got a lighted...
It comes right through here.
Comes right through this area. You get a lighted golf cart parade. And, and then one of my favorites at the end, last year was my first time we attended it, but I understand it's a tradition, is a bonfire on the beach, closer to Christmas time as well. So there's year-round, there's always something going on. I would say those are the big events, but every weekend we've got a market. We've got a kind of a farmer Sunday market on Sunday afternoons. Every Sunday you can come out to the market, and there's hundreds of vendors set up, and there's great events going on all around the city.
Oh, that's fun. I love a good market. So what about like real estate? Are there any new developments that are coming up, or anything that you're excited about?
Well, I'll step into a little bit of what's recently opened, and then talk about what's coming in the future. We just had Cafe Riviera, which is down on Pass-a-Grille area that I mentioned. They just opened a few weeks back. And we're excited to have them in our community in that same area. Malio's, the steakhouse, which has been on our island for a little over a year, is opening a Moon Over Malio's event. They're opening down on 8th Avenue as well. So we've got a new...
I'm sorry, they're opening another
location down at Pass-a-Grille. So we're happy to have that. Yeah, that's new news. It just came out in the last few days. And then I was up in Corey Avenue this past weekend, and got to meet the owner of the brand new opened Fellas Vinois, which is a new kind of Mediterranean winery down on Corey Avenue, and in Inger's Mill with the other shops and restaurants and entertainment options down there. So we're happy to have these new things coming in. I was very pleased. Just this past week, I was able to open up and be part of the ribbon cutting for the Luce Hotel, which is the new resort. It's formerly the Postcard Inn.
Yes, I heard about that one. That's exciting.
It turned out beautiful. They did a really good job with it. It's beautifully decorated, remodeled, and it's a beautiful space. I was fortunate to have dinner there the other night, and the food was amazing. So.
Does it still have the same feel of the Postcard Inn?
It's similar. I would say it's been upscaled a lot. I think it'll be. Postcard Inn is so historic on St. Pete Beach, and it's got something in people's minds. They've still got some more work to do on
Spring break.
Yes, and they've still got some more work to do back on their beach bar. I would say it's an elevated kind of Postcard Inn. That will remain to be seen when their beach bar opens, and see what they bring into the beach bar and kind of how that entertainment becomes. But I can tell you it's a significant visual upgrade, and from what I remember from the Postcard Inn, so it's a good change. And it's actually the same owners. They had bought the Postcard Inn a few years before the storm. They were excited to stay in St. Pete Beach as the owners and just invest in the property, which is really good.
I do have to say that Chris would always invite, or whenever like young bachelor guys are around,
yes.
Like his son's friends or whatnot, he would always send them there.
Yeah, so between there and you got Jimmy B's, and you've got, I'll tell you, the Twisted Tiki down on Corey's really got a lot of good nightlife and activity going on as well. So St. Pete Beach is coming back. We had a few years, after the storms, where frankly those storms of 2024 just really devastated St. Pete Beach, like they did many beach communities in the area. And so, I think this year's been a year of really seeing some good change, particularly with restaurants and bars opening. Our beach theater was reopened last year. I don't know if you've been there. It's on Corey Avenue.
Okay.
It's a beautiful historic building. Oh, you should see it. It's amazing inside. And
what do they show? Do they show classic movies?
They're not first run. So, for example, they were playing Jaws this past weekend.
Oh, cool.
And they've got a movie called The Green Flash, which they've been bringing back, about a series of St. Pete Beach and Pasadena residents, young men who got busted for drug running back in the, I think, 60s and 70s. And it's less about that and more about just their lifestyle and kind of the philosophy of life. So it's actually quite a good movie. We saw, my wife and I are John Prine fans, and we just saw a John Prine documentary at the Beach Theater recently. So they bring really interesting, culturally significant pieces, and then occasionally they'll bring in a band or two and have events there as well. So
we'll definitely have to check it out.
Yes.
You said the name of the movie was Green Flash, so that brings me to another question that I wanted to ask you. So my husband, he's always looking for the green flash.
Yeah.
And do you know about that, where after a sunset, there's sometimes a green flash? And he's never seen it. I've never seen it, but Have you?
Yeah, I'd heard about it for many years, right? And living in Brandon, you don't get it over the trees of Brandon. But since my wife and I moved here, we spend a lot of time. Another great little boutique hotel that's close to our neighborhood is the Bon Air, and so we spend a lot of time in the evenings watching sunset there. And I will tell you, I'm certain that I've seen the green flash a few times. It is a real thing, and it is right as the sun, like the little crest of the sun is just about to go below the water. You get just a little hint of green for about a half second, and I'm told they're rare, but I got to tell you, from St. Pete Beach, I've seen more than I ever thought I would, and they're out there. So come check out it. We are known, as you may know, as the sunset capital of Florida, and so we've got some beautiful sunsets.
A lot of the beaches are very strict throughout the county. They don't allow. Some of them don't allow drinks. Some of them don't allow dogs. But do you have anything where people can bring their dogs out for the day?
Unofficially, yes. Officially, no. So we do have an official dog park up on the north part of our island called McKinney Park, and it's not on the beach, but it's actually got a small dog little area and a larger dog area. So we keep the dogs separated, and they're on the water. They'd be on the intercoastal, kind of like we are here. But the unofficially at the south end of our beach is what's really a sandbar. We actually had some commission discussions about it over the last few months. And it turns out it's just almost like any other sandbar that you'd find out in the ocean. It's not something that the city owns. It's not something that we can police and patrol. But it's been historically a place where residents and visitors will bring their puppies and let them run. Now, I will say that it is not a fenced area, and so we've basically put up signs that say "Enter at your own risk." Okay. Because we can't enforce it. We can't control it. But historically, it's been there, so we call it our unofficial dog park.
Oh, perfect.
And it's a great little spot. So we've got 3 main beaches, and then obviously little places you can go otherwise. So great spot.
Yeah. It's, anywhere you go, it's just beautiful, especially for the sunsets. I can't get enough of the sunsets here.
Yes, we love them.
What about, for people visiting, is there a better time to come for the water temperature?
Our busier months are usually the winter time, when the snowbirds are coming down and kind of escaping the cold from really up north, if you call it. So those are our busier months. We kind of slow down in the summer. But interestingly, the water is swimmable year-round, particularly for the folks that are visiting us from up north. If they're thinking 30, 40 degree waters up north, we're going to be in, usually our low water temperatures are in the 60s, mid 60s, 65, 65 degrees in the summertime, which is swimmable, right? And that's our wintertime water temps, right? And so in the summertime, we'll peak up to about 85 degrees. And then on average, you average all that out, we end up with mid 70s swimming. So it's kind of room temp water, if you will. And very comfortable.
That's what I wait for. I love the room temperature water.
I do too. I've grown up in Florida all my life. This even 60 degrees is I can do it, but it's not something I love to do. So.
And it's definitely, if you have never experienced the warm bath water type of water in the ocean, it is unreal. The first time I had that opportunity to swim in the Floridian in the Tampa Bay waters, I could not believe it. It was something. You can't understand it until you really experience it. Yeah. But I guess that brings us to the end. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you so much. We have a great beach. Come visit us, and we'd love to have you.
I'm ending this beautiful day in St. Pete with a lovely little dinner at the St. Petersburg Yacht Club here on Pass-a-Grille. And I just do love the food here. The chef is wonderful. The staff here is wonderful. And this is actually my go-to. I've been ordering this ever since it appeared on the menu. It's a roasted beet stack. They have yellow and red beets, some arugula, goat cheese, pistachios, and it's kind of drizzled with balsamic glaze. Really, I've had it so many times before. And it's so good. And of course, an Aperol Spritz, my favorite. We got hooked on these while we were in Italy. Everyone drinks them there, and I had one and just haven't stopped since. So this is going to be a wonderful dinner. They do have a full dining room at the yacht club. They have a lounge, an indoor bar, and then also outdoor seating and a pool deck where you can order poolside. When it comes down to the basics, what people really come here for is the beach, the soft sand, the calm ocean waves, and the sunsets. The Gulf-facing West Coast means dramatic sunsets almost every single night. It's basically live abstract art. Sometimes the sky is lit in fluorescent colors. Sometimes all you see is a big burning orange sun that dips into the horizon. It's never the same and it never gets old. And if you love long walks on the beach, an exciting social life, and would love to ease into the night with a sublime sunset, then St. Pete Beach may be the place for you. Take a closer look at St. Pete Beach for your next home, second home, or even just your next family vacation. If you are in the market for your next home, I'm a licensed real estate agent and would love to help you find your dream home. Feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description box below. Honestly, I know there is so much more to St. Pete Beach than I covered in this video. This is kind of like a little overview of the places that I know and love. But let me know in the comments below if you would like to know more about something specific, maybe a particular area, maybe a particular subject. I would love to make a follow-up video to answer your questions. And please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss my next video, and it's going to be an exciting one. So see you there, or see you next time.
Do you hear that? My sanity about to break while everyone I know's out. On a trip, on a boat, on a lake. I'm tired of feeling all FOMO, babe. I don't even care if we stay home. Put our to-do list on ice. We crank the AC to 79 and make a little island right here. And there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. Let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Till the sun's up Monday.